Hi everyone, so I am doing this video today because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and more dump digging finds to clean up. So these are all mudlarking finds from the Thames. I'm really far behind on my cleaning up, so I just need to crack on and get these cleaned up. So as I go along, I'll try and explain what I've found, give you a quick glimpse, and then once I've finished I'll do an overall what I've got on the tray. And because I know, and obviously I've got videos of where I found things, I know, like, even if I put it on one tray, I know where I found it all. So just all gonna go on one tray, because otherwise I'll have like 5 or 6 trays in my kitchen. So two of these are night larking finds. One of them was actually kind of like early evening before the sun went down, and I didn't take my head torch, so the night was cut a little bit short. So I did find a few bits, nothing spectacular. So the finds that I'm washing up right now is when I went to a creek, so down the other end of the Thames, and found some bits and bobs there. So generally boat nails, so copper boat nails, hand forged nails, which is what I'm washing right now. I found a what did I find? I found dried up paint, which was really random, but I repurpose paint. So what I do is I hand mull it using this and gum Arabic, turning it back into marble paint basically, and then I do mixed media art, anything that kind of comes into my head really. I never really have a set goal when it comes to my artistry. I like creating whatever comes to my head, so I am quite random when it comes to my art. I am on TikTok as Hez underscore botanical underscore wonders, and I'm also on there as the Thames Wanderer. I have 2 accounts on there. The Wanderer one is my backup account, so if I've got quite a lot of content on there, if anyone wants to go and check that out, feel free to do so. My Botanical Wonders has got a lot more content than the Thames Wanderer, because the Thames Wanderer one I only started 4 days ago, so I'm just slowly building it up at the moment. Let's get these cleaned up quickly. So these are all the nails. Picked up quite a lot actually. I do tend to pick these up quite a lot because I just like the quirky ones. Like look at that, how bent up that is. Also found a nice brass cufflink, which is quite cool. A modern button. I'll probably give that to my daughter. For my daughter, who's 5, loves mixed media art as well. I found a bit of a chewed up button that's got a anchor on it, which is cool. I believe it's lead. Another modern button. As I say, I'll probably give those to my daughter. Clothes clip, more nails. I did find a coin, but it's not a particularly old coin. It is a, what is it, a halfpenny, I think. No, sorry, a 6pence, which is from, where are you, date? 1964, so that's the halfpenny. As I say, once I'm done, I'll put the camera down so you can actually see the finds a bit better. So you've got this that I believe is a gaming counter. It's either that or it's a really, really worn down piece of brick or something, but it's got that look about it. They used to turn all sorts into gaming counters down on the Thames. I've got this lead item. I'm not too sure what it is. I'll have to give that a closer look at some point. The aim of the game is just to get this lot washed, because it's just sat on my kitchen side for far too long. Like some of them a couple of weeks now, which is just really lazy of me. So I'll get it done. Get it done in one go, and then it will feel really satisfying once I've done it all. Yeah, this is really cool. This cuff link. Probably from 40s, 50s, so not too much age on that, but still cool. Found a bullet that's not live, so I brought that one home. Never ever bring live bullets home with you. It's not the safest thing to do, and it's actually illegal to carry them around, so I never risk it, and I don't advise anyone else to risk it. It's not worth it, and the fact that it could explode at any time. Alright, that's one lot done. Okay, that's cool. Alright, next lot. So you've got 16th century clay pipe bowl. That is more than likely 17th or 18th century clay pipe bowl with a little bit of stem. Wash those up. Put those in there. They're going to need the inside poking out of them. That sounded really wrong. There's anaerobic mud stuck in the clay pipes, the bowls, so I need to poke the mud out of them. So we've got more hand forged nails, a piece of Roman pottery, I mean, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy cleaning up finds and that, but it's not the most pleasant part of the mudlarking. Obviously the searching is the most exciting part, but it is quite therapeutic cleaning things up. So there is that side of it. There's some Staffordshire slipware. I try not to keep the tap running for too long, so I'll give it a quick scrub and then I wash it all at the end. These two pieces here are Metropolitan slipware. It's like glazed pottery and it's got like squiggles on it. That's the right word to use. I think anything that's kind of got a glaze on it, I just want to take it home because I love glazed pottery. My favourite is actually Tudor green glaze. I'm always attracted towards green. It is my favourite colour. I get a lot of comments about this t-shirt as well. They read it and they're like, straight out of compost. That's funny. My partner bought it for me a couple of years ago, and he knows me too well that I like baggy clothing, so it still fits even though I've put a bit of weight on. Which is always nice when something doesn't make you feel like you've put on weight, but I definitely have. But I'm a lot happier, I'm a lot healthier. I gave up smoking over 2 years ago, So I'm thankful to be getting my health back to normal, rather than coughing and spluttering and slowly poisoning myself. So that's the slipware. That's the Staffordshire. That's the Roman. This is the Metropolitan. Oh, it's hard to see in this light. You can see that. Oh, that water gets very hot. I've got a lot of I've got an aglet, and I've got a lot of lead type in here. Lead type typeface, depends what you want to call it. Both means the same thing. Which has font on the end of it. Luckily these don't really need that much scrubbing. Plain, I'd say 17th to 18th century shank button. Transfer wear, blue and white transfer wear. We've got dress pins, and I also managed to find what I believe is a post-medieval trade token, which has got some letters on it. I can't remember which letters though, because I think it's an A on this one, because I've got another load of finds here where I found another trade token, so I've just got to remember which one I'm washing up right now. I think it's the one with the A in the middle of it, which is pretty cool. So they would have been used, you know, in the pubs along the Thames, sorry, should I say taverns along the Thames, traded for food, all sorts it would have been traded for. Most of them though are specific to the taverns as a currency. Got Tudor dress pins coming out now. Again, luckily these don't really need a lot of washing, it's just a quick rinse. All of my finds have been sitting in sterilising solution, so I always feel just a bit more comfortable washing finds up when I know they've been kind of sterilised to get the nasties off. Not that there are many nasties, but you know, along the Thames they do warn you of Wells disease and stuff like that, from rat urine, and there is raw sewage, but not in as many places as people think. I think where the water is stagnant, that's where you'll find a lot more sewage pollution, but generally the Thames is a really clean river, one of the cleanest in Europe. So yeah, that is the lead trade token. Again, you can't see it in this light, so I'll show you once I'm finished. Blue and white, 2 bits blue and white transfer wear. I have to turn that off quickly. Push these up. Try and keep them separate, but like I say, I know where I've found things anyway, because I have videos that are kind of like my recaps to let me know where I've found them in case I forget. Let's just get one of these, poke out the mud. Sometimes what I do is I leave the mud in, wait for it to dry out, and then what you do is you tap it out in like a plug form, and sometimes you can actually see and smell the tobacco, which is crazy to think how long these have been rolling around the river, and that you can still smell the tobacco in it. Yeah, sometimes it's really compacted in. But I want to try and get this. I want to try and get this video done in at least an hour, just so it doesn't turn into an extra long video. But we'll see how we go. Right, that's two lots done. We've got four more to do, 3 tubs here, and then once this is emptied I can put my bottles that I dug up in our Victorian bottle dump yesterday into soak, and then I'll have to do that at a later date because it needs to soak for a little while, at least overnight, preferably not for 2 to 3 weeks. So this was quite cool. I don't know what it's for, but as I said, my daughter likes to do mixed media art. So as soon as I saw it, I thought of her. It was a rubber star. So cool. So I was like, oh, she'll definitely love that for her mixed media art. That came home. Might be able to do some research because it has got something on there. Look what it says here. Let's wash that out quickly and see if I can see what it says. Tressie? Yeah, I'll research that at a later date. We've got a piece of Roman pottery. I believe it's called basaltware. B-A-S-A-L-T. I believe, anyway. I'll delve into the world of Richard Henry's PDF guide that I paid for and downloaded from Etsy. That man is beyond knowledgeable when it comes to pottery, so I'll have to delve into that. What I downloaded. Now this object, I'm really puzzled by. It feels like, it looks like lead, it feels like lead, but it doesn't have the weight of lead. So that's puzzling me a little bit. I've got a couple of little buttons, shank buttons again, so 17th, 18th century. Those two, I believe, are the same actually. Found about a metre away from each other, so they weren't that far away from each other. Bit of chain. And I do mixed media art for display purposes only, because you're not allowed to sell any of your finds from the Thames. Yes, gorgeous.
I need to show you where.
Okay, hold on. Let me see.
It's there.
Oh no. Hold on a minute.
What is it?
Where's that bite spray that we have? There's a little white bottle with blue writing over there on the side, darling, in front of the sun cream. Can you see it? Yeah? Bring it here, baby.
Is it?
That stops it from stinging.
What is this?
I think that's a mosquito bite. You've obviously got sweet blood, gorgeous. There you go. Is that better? Yeah?
It might help.
It might help. Okay.
But now the flies won't come to it.
Yeah, exactly. The flies won't come to it now. You got. This is an interesting clay pipe. So this one has got a crown and a harp, which I'm intrigued by this one. This one, that one doesn't have any initials on the heel of that one, but I'm sure you can tell the age of it from the shape. There we go. Just gently wash the rusty bits off of that with a wire brush. Hello, Lily. That's my 5-year-old daughter.
Are you on the video on Google?
I am on a video right now, baby.
Why not
I'm recording a video.
Why are you not saying hello to your friends?
Oh, because it's not that kind of video. Mummy's recording this video for the lovely YouTube people. Say hi, YouTube people.
Are you sending it to my school as well?
I could put it at your school. Yeah, I could do that.
You don't know the actually of all of the things of you do.
Yeah, they do. They did watch all of my videos on YouTube, didn't they?
Yeah.
That was the day that Mummy went in and done a demonstration on natural dyeing and flour pounding.
But Mummy,
That was a really cool day.
about the sport.
Pardon, darling?
Forget about the burritos.
Okay, well if you look, spray it one more time, and then if you leave it alone and don't scratch it, it'll be okay. Go watch your program, yeah, baby. That's alright. Some hand forged nails. I do love a hand forged nail. Please don't judge me. At a later date I will actually take these nails that have got bits of rust on them, and I will actually, before I even clean them up with vinegar, distilled vinegar, I will use them in my artistry. So what I'll do is I'll wrap them in fabrics and do rust printing, so it creates the impression of the item. Oh, I've got to stop doing that with this wire brush, because it actually really hurts when it connects with your skin. There's the buttons, there's the Roman pottery, there's a shank button. This is a lead token, and it says JT 17 something, so it's cut off on the corner there. So it's a 17th century trade token, and the initials there normally stand for the person's first name and surname. That's really cool. So hopefully I might be able to find out a bit of info about that. The more details these things have, the more info you can look up. But sometimes it's just not possible due to records not being kept and stuff. Oh, this is just a modern penny, but I just love the modern pennies that aren't so modern, if that makes sense, and you can tell because they don't rust, because they have more copper component in them than the modern pennies, because they're mixed with iron and stuff like that, which turns them rusty. So you can always tell an older penny or an older currency in coins due to it not rusting. It's a bit browny. I think we're going to go over onto 2 trays at this rate. Oh well, it can't be helped. We've got more hand forged nails, Tudor green glaze. This item, which I think may well have been a bead rod and then been cut and drilled, but I'm not too sure, but it's definitely glass, whatever it is. We've got copper nails again, nails, tack nails, clothes fasteners, aglet, pin, this little object that I don't know, that's actually a stone. It looked like a piece of lead. Sometimes I just throw things into my bum bag and then I'm like, I get it home and I'm like, oh, that's not what I thought it was, but hey. This is a tiny little green seed bead on a pin. It's just amazing what your eyes can be drawn into on the foreshore. We look for colours. I say we, I mean mudlarks. You train your eye in. It's called getting your eye in. So once you've kind of started training your eye to look for the smaller things like the pins, that's when your eye goes in even further and starts to look for the even smaller things. I mean, this bead is probably about 2 millimeter wide. It's like there's nothing of it at all, but it's the colours and the shapes that you look for. There's a load of, there's more, some more dress pins. That end. There's that end. So I'm just like slowly trying to get everything on the tray. I'm definitely going to need another tray for the next lot because there's a lot of it. I went to the same spot twice, so I put it all in with each other because I was just like, there's no point in putting it in two different pots. Okay. That's that. So that is 3 lots washed up. Ooh, it's warm in my kitchen. I might have to open up my window. I love my kitchen. I love the big windows, but my gosh, does it get hot when you're standing right in front of it doing something. This is a Tudor clinker brick. This is very muddy. The reason they are called clinker bricks is because when you clink 2 together, they make a clinking noise. And only one side had to be straight. So you can see how wonky that is. It's quite funny actually to think that was put into a building. I love the size of them and I love the quirkiness of them. Anything wonky to me is more unique. No, it's not like how bricks are made today. Are they poured into a mould? If that's incorrect, do drop it in the comments below. I'm pretty sure bricks are made in moulds. So I'm just getting some concretion off the side of it. My partner was not very amused. Why, you say? Because I stole his golf cleaning kit. I was like, oh, that would be perfect for cleaning up fines. Thanks, babe. Didn't let him know. I mean, he saw it in the pot and he was like, oh, I wonder where that went. I said, well, you know, it sat in a drawer for about 4 months, so I just kind of thought that you weren't using it. Of course, when he wanted to use it, he couldn't find it. Naughty Heather. He just went and bought another one. He's like, well, I'm not using that one now. Okay, fair enough. It's mine now. Just drink some of my tea before it goes stone cold. Like my mug at the British Museum. Very fitting, I think. Right, that is that lot done. Just give this one a rinse out. Now this next one, I'm going to have to do on a new tray. Let's move that out of the way. It's got flowers drying out for my eco printing, my next project, eco printing. You know what, I'm going to do that one first. And funky tray that's like from the 70s. Right, let's move this over here. Sit there for a minute. Right, down again. So this is my finds and my daughter's finds. We went to the Maritime Museum, and then it's just a general mudlark thing to do. You see a foreshore, you see that it's low tide, you have to go. So me and my daughter went down there. She mainly just picks up like bits of pottery and stuff like that. If she were to find anything of historical importance, obviously I would record it with Stuart at the museum. But she just generally looks for little bits of blue and white pottery and stuff. And it all comes home with me, so she enjoys it so much. But she does get bored quite quickly, so she'll do it for as long as she's not bored, and then she'll go and sit down and either watch the boats go past, or she'll sit and watch something on my phone for about 20 minutes. I don't like her to be on my phone for too long, so it's normally like 20 minutes to half an hour. This, which I believe is a religious offering, and it's one of those ones where you use, is it holographic? Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe this piece is redware. I think is 15th, 16th, but I might be wrong because it's like half baked. It's got the red on the outside and then the black in the middle. It's just the way that it was fired. But it's got that really interesting, just so tactile. I love when I find things like this because I just think, oh, did someone push their thumb into that or something to create that? I'd love to know the process. Now someone told me that this item here was the hinge, the part that the door would sit on, like one of the old heavy doors. Let's just have a quick scrub. It's missing part of the edge, but I suppose, yeah, the door would have sat on there and then swung open. These are actually my daughter's finds, these bits and bobs, so I might put those to one side in a minute. So I've got a Blakey, which is what would have been on the bottom of your shoe to basically give your shoe more wear, so they wouldn't wear down so quickly. It's not entirely complete, but it's still rather cool. Brass object, which I would love to actually clean up with some Brasso, because I reckon that would get really shiny. I dare do it with this wire brush, because I think it's a bit too abrasive, and I'd need to find my copper brush rather, because it's a bit more it's not as abrasive as this one, and also this really hurts when it connects with your skin. It really hurts. And I've got, where I'm doing this, I've got, you know, like when you're in the bath for too long, I've got soft hands. Got some hand forged nails again. These are even bigger, these ones. As I say, I do like me a nail or 2 or 3 or 400. I just imagine the person that sat there making them, well, not sat there, probably stood there making them. I'm thinking, when was it? Like, what were they thinking about? Why they were making it? How much did they get paid for making these things? The amount of questions that run through your head as a mudlark when you pick up objects is unreal. Just going to do these bit by bit just because they've got rust on them. I don't want rust to sit in my sink for too long. Look at that chunky beast. It's huge. Now, I would say that is probably more for mooring a boat. But I don't know, I'm not 100% sure on that. I hazard guesses, and then if I'm wrong, I will stand corrected by anyone who wants to tell me what it is. So don't ever be afraid to comment. No, sorry, this is what it is, because I love learning. I think that's one of the good things about mudlarking, bottle dump digging, and like general history hunting, is that you're always learning about something new. Roman pottery. Stone, that I just love stones with quartz lines running through them. They're just really cool. And for luck, bit of Roman pottery, more nails, some tin glazed pottery. Found a 5p as well. I didn't record that one then. I've done a little roundup video of what we found after, and then she found a few more bits as we were coming off the foreshore that I didn't film. Got some paste gem, blue paste gem. Would have gone into jewellery. Some pyrite. This stone looks like it's got fingerprints on it. I'm maybe thinking that it could be fossil related. I'll show you at the end though what I mean. Bead. That one there, because that's tiny. Now this object, I think it might be, it's either a button or a coin. Oh damn it, I just broke it. Oh well. Never mind. Never mind. We keep moving. Some more pyrite. This is a copper sail ring, so that would have been on a boat sail where the ropes would have gone through it. I can smell someone's cooking their dinner. It smells very, very nice. Probably cooking a good old Sunday roast. Loads and loads of nails. I am a complete sucker for copper art boat nails. I cannot help myself. Pins. If I don't find pins on the foreshore, then I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing something right when I go mudlarking. Because they are in the thousands down there. Thousands, trillions, millions. Found that too, which I think might be silver ore. Very shiny. Don't know though. Can't never be 100%. Because I don't know about anything and everything. Anything? No, I don't know everything. Should I say? God, I'm really hot by this morning. I know that much. I definitely know that much. Right, we are at the 40-minute mark. I can't believe I've been waffling for 40 minutes. Well, I hope if you've got to this point, if you could leave me a thumbs up in the comments, that would be really appreciative, because then that way I know that you was engaged with my video and that you was enjoying it. That would be a great support. I will be doing a lot more videos for YouTube towards the end of the year, because that's when bottle dump digging will pick up a little bit more, because although it's beautiful to go in the summer, it's hard in the summer because, you know, stingy nettles are out in force to sting you, and the heat can be quite unbearable in some places, especially places that don't have shade, and just generally it's quite exhausting. Whereas in the winter, although the nights are shorter, the days are shorter, it's easier. I do love dump digging a lot, because you're obviously not contending with the tide. It's not tide dependent, it's more weather dependent. Right, I'm going to clean that up at a later date, because that's all my daughter's bits and bobs. Just put that in there. To be fair, it's clean. I just need to dry it off. Just a sinky quick rinse. Trying to do this as I go, because I don't want it to build up. Plus, if I drop something into the food catcher, I can retrieve it relatively quickly. Right, so this is going to have its own tray, and I don't even think this is going to be big enough. Just bear in mind this was two larks at the same place. Let's just take that off there. Okay. This should be interesting. Now, I have sent pictures of this to someone I know who's quite experienced in the mudlarking world. I don't know whether they are or not, so please don't get scared by this, but I possibly think that these might be human bones, human remains. Like top of the femur and part of the hip bone. But I need to get them checked out by someone who knows for sure. I will be taking pictures of them and sending it to Stuart at the museum, see if he can identify them. Because I've actually, I think it was about 2 years ago, I sent him pictures of what I thought was a pinner's bone, and it actually turned out to be bovine, and I found it down my local river, because it had the marks at the end of it where a pinner would pull the pins to make them sharp. It was actually been gnawed by a rat. So that was quite amusing. Right, anyway, moving on quickly and swiftly. This is a Tizer top from a bottle. We've got the Ganesha, I think that's how you pronounce it. Again, apologies if I've pronounced that wrong. These are river offerings made for good luck. Indian religion. It must have been thrown in quite recently as well, because it actually has no damage whatsoever to it. It's so cute. And I have been told quite a lot of times by people that once it's gone into the river, it's done what it was meant to do, and it is okay to take them. So, but I always give them the utmost respect, and I put them in a little cabinet along with all the other ones that I've found over the years. This piece of lead, which is like a moon shape, you can tell it's lead because of the weight. It's got nothing written on it, but I just found it really cool. Let's put the tyres in the middle of that. Actually, it's not. What else have we got in here? So, I believe I found half of a Victorian floor. So sometimes when you're walking around London, if you look down before you go into shops, they've still got the mosaic flooring as you walk in. So this piece is a big, long, chunky piece, but I think this is either offcuts from that, and then they cut the cubes out of it, or there was actually like this long pieces in the actual mosaic. So I've got one piece, two piece, so I've got two of the bigger pieces, and then I found, I'd say at least 20 of the little squares, mosaic squares. And you can tell they're Victorian and not Roman just by the shape, the size, and the actual makeup of the material. So I think they are made of granite, most of them. That I believe is marble, but this little cube is granite, because you can actually see the grain, and it's kind of like a sandy interior. But they do need like a proper soak because they are a bit grimy. This is me getting them all out now. Look. I thought when I saw the first one, I was like, oh, a dice! But no, it wasn't. So I could potentially make a like a Stuart Little mosaic floor, maybe. I'll display them somehow. I'll come up with some form of mixed media art. Yeah, I do think that maybe a little bit of bleach might help them, bring them up a bit nicer. They are very dirty. Found an alley gob, 5 knuckles, depends what you want to call it, gaming dice. It's really nice. It's a blue, glazed blue. Okay, maybe I was exaggerating a little bit when I said 20. It felt like 20 when I was picking them up. I don't know, what was that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14. So it wasn't that far off. But funny enough, I did find a dice. But it's a tiny little glass red dice. There's probably not a lot of age to that. I'd say probably like 70s, 80s, because there's certain layers at this spot that I think are different times of dumping. There's actually a dump eroding out at this spot. So most of that was found in one spot. There's a barnacle, of all things to find. So those would be stuck to bottoms of ships. Loads of copper nails as usual. I don't think it's a lot without a copper nail or two. My plan for these is to learn how to do sand casting, smelt them down and start to make jewellery. That's a future plan of mine. I'm in no rush. We've got 2 vulcanite bottle stoppers. One is R white and the other one is, look, I think that says MEUX. Oops, don't know how to pronounce that. And forged nails. See, the ones with the square heads are a lot older. Thimble. Possibly could be silver, but I'm not too sure. It's also got encrusted dirt inside it that I've got to try and get out without breaking it. It's just amazing to think whose finger that was on last. That one I need to get out of it. I've got a couple of clay marbles. These copper nails out. Some are copper nails, some are copper rivets. Okay, we're at the 52-minute mark. The deadline is looming. This is a farthing, which is 1946. We've got a Victoria 1 penny, which is 1901. And there's one other coin, maybe another 2 coins, but one is really, really crusted. Might even be modern, being that crusted. We've got a what is that? A threepence, which is 1955. More copper nails. I think I've said copper nails way too many times in this video. I do apologise. I just love copper nails. A really, really large clothes fastener. That was probably like for a wool shawl or something like that. I don't think that's heavy material, because the general ones are really small. But the more common ones that mudlarks find are generally quite small. Felt like I repeated myself there, but I was trying to explain what I meant. Yeah, that's a general size one. Let's put that next to each other for comparison. at the bottom, a lead item that's probably a lead fishing weight. It's almost like a coffin shape with holes at either end, which would lead me to believe that it's probably a lead fishing weight. This is the crusted item that I believe is a coin. It's got the feel and the look of a coin, but I'd have to put it in some distilled vinegar to find out for sure. This item, I'm not really too sure what that is, but it's funky, so it came home. We've got this item, which is a silver pocket watch back. The back of one does have a swirly design on it. Excuse me. I wasn't burping. I was trying not to hiccup. This item that's got a little hole in it in the top, brass object. The keyhole. What is through the keyhole? More clothes fastener. Let's say more a clothes fastener, not more. Like a nail, an old safety pin. Another keyhole. Running out of room on this tray. More nails, more nails, more nails. And then we've got a couple of beads. This little cube that can go in the cube collection. 2 beads, one is more like a turquoise and then the other one's green. And that is the end of that pot. Oh, a couple of lead type, another nail, and I'll just put that on there for now for the end of video's sake, and then I'll give it a bit more of a clean up. The bones I'm going to keep separate and in water because bones tend to dry out if you don't keep them in water. And I don't want it to split, especially if it's of historical importance. I mean, the area that it was found, a lot of human remains and ancient animal remains have come up, so whale teeth and things like that. Right, now I'm just going to pan down, take my phone off charge, and we're going to go over to the tray. This is my shelving where I've got all my bottles from dump digging. Take it to the tray. That's 1 lot, that's 2 lots, that's 3 lots, that's 4. Then we've got these ones. With the Tudor clinker brick, 1 there and 1 there. And then we have got what I've just washed up. If you've got to the end and you'd like a separate video, slow down a little bit of what I've found, because obviously we're coming up to the end of the hour mark, drop a comment below and I will do that for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you could like and subscribe to my channel, and I will be adding more videos towards the end of the year and going forward into the next year. I look forward to engaging with people, and if you want to come and drop me a follow on my Instagram, it is the Thames Wanderer, and the same on TikTok. Thank you very much. Bye.